everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to top coat resin coasters. I will be using Alumilite Amazing Quick Coat Epoxy. This is an epoxy that is tack free within 4 to 5 hours. What you do is you mix equal parts of side A and side B. I have made sure that I listed all the products that I'm using in today's video in the description box with the links. This resin does come with a small mixing cup, but I want to mix a larger amount, so I do have 2-ounce measuring cups that I like to use. And what I'm doing now is mixing 1 ounce of part A or side A with 1 ounce of part B or side B. And I want to make sure that I measure these precisely, because if you do not measure your 2 parts equally, then your resin will not cure properly. Once you have your 2 parts measured accurately, you want to stir your mixture for 3 to 5 minutes. I have sped up the video here, and you do want to make sure that you mix slowly so you do not introduce air bubbles. You also want to make sure that you scrape the sides and your stick. Best thing to do is switch out the stick and use a new one. I just make sure that I scrape my stick off really well. Prior to this video, I did lightly sand the top of the coasters and then wipe down with some rubbing alcohol. Now we're ready to get started, and I'm going to start off by pouring a little bit of resin in the middle of the coasters, and then I will slowly move the resin around with my stick. The resin that I use to make the coasters is Alumilite Clear Cast Plus, which is my go-to resin. I decided to first work on the blue and gold coasters, and then I will move on to the white and gold coasters. So as you can see, I'm just moving the resin out to the very edges, but not having the resin go over quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and be doing that to the 4 blue coasters. The work time that you have with the Quick Coat Epoxy is approximately 20 minutes, whereas the Alumilite Clear Cast Plus is a work time of 30 to 40 minutes. As I spread out the resin, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video. I have some resin left, so I'm going to go ahead and start some of the white and gold coasters. And again, I am just pushing out the resin that I put in the middle to the very edges. And now I'm going to be using my heat gun and going over to pop any of the bubbles in the resin, as well as using it to push the resin slightly over the edges. After using my heat gun, I do notice that there are some areas that I need to add a little more resin to, so that's what I'm doing now. Now what I'm doing is I am using my finger to smooth out the resin that did go over the edges to make it nice and smooth. As I do this, I will speed up the video. I did want to note that you do want to be careful and not really pick up the coasters, because you do have resin on your gloves and you don't really want to have any resin go on the bottom of the coasters. I do sometimes tape the bottom of my coasters, but in this case I do not have them taped, so I am trying to be careful. So once I'm done spreading the resin around the coasters and on top, I came back 5 hours later and they were tack-free and very shiny. As you can see, applying the top coat of resin to the top of your coasters just gives it an extra added shine, which your customers will love. And what I'm going to show you, there was one coaster that I did not have enough resin for, and I'll show you what that coaster looks like without the resin. So here you see that it's a little dull. It's still nice, but compare it to this coaster, it just has a lot more shine, and that is why I do like to use a top coat on the top of my resin. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you did like this video, let me know by commenting. And again, I did provide the links to all the products used in today's video in the description box. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future tutorials. Thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day.